Live.
All right, welcome everybody to session 3 of Rogue Trader, Lord of the Stars. Last session, if anyone remembers correctly, it was a rather long session of crunching numbers and understanding ship combat. But we did get through it, and after many hit-and-run maneuvers that left an opposing ship devastated, on fire, and reeling, a message was sent out from within the ship, transmission from some of the crew inside of the pirate ship, attempting to mutiny and seek the assistance of their attackers to complete it. A few men were sent over, some trusted men, including Helios, Darius, and it appears Aeneas as well, were sent over to make sure these men could be trusted, at least somewhat, to go ahead and get secure passage and potentially use them for the mutiny. I believe we ended last session with Mr. Khan attempting to go ahead and secure the crew's loyalty by having them recite an oath for servitude to embrace them as part of the crew. We will also be joined tonight by a 6th player, Matihi, and you will see who she is as we proceed. But we will go ahead and pick it up from Mr. Khan and the Renegade, who we'll just come up with a quick name for as the leader of the mutiny.
So for continuation, I'll just repeat the oath and we can take it from there.
Sure. And this mutineer is, the leader of the mutineer is going to be Stern.
You there. Do you take Lord Thorn into your heart? Do you take his word as command? Do you swear to maim and kill in the name of our Lord Thorn? Do you?
Stern kind of looks around and looks to the others that are near him and nods. Aye, we do.
Excellent. Lead the way to your captain. He must prepare for what awaits him, for he has wronged our Lord. Tonight, flesh shall be ripped apart, and those who oppose us shall know pain in places they wouldn't even dream of.
Very well. Just gonna be you lot? Are you bringing more over?
Khan looks over at Darius and Anais and he smiles.
We are enough for the moment.
Well, right then, let's go ahead. Be careful. You know what you lot have done to the ship. Bit difficult to traverse these holes with fire and whatnot all around. Alright, boys, let's go ahead and show the new Lord's confidants what we're made of. They begin to move.
Darius kind of steps out of the way and lets them filter through, and as they walk past, he likely looks down at them. After you, bloke. Don't worry, I've got your back. Holds up his power fist.
And Stern walks by and just continues walking past you. So while this is going on, what is Achilles and Mysterious doing back on the ship? Anyone hear me?
Yeah, I suppose Achilles is sort of pacing around the bridge area, waiting to hear some report from his away team.
Yeah, Asterius is monitoring everything. Where he's at. Kind of fidgety.
Achilles keeps coming and looking over his shoulder, paces off again.
I'm sure it'll all go well.
Yes, of course, you're right, Asterius.
Trying to get a hold of Darius. Darius, how's everything going?
Darius goes ahead and answers. I'm pleased to report they've received us quite kindly. You can hear his heavy boot steps over the metal deck of the ship as he walks through the hallway. With the mutineers right now, I don't think they'll try anything funny, but if they do, I think we got the situation quite handled. I'll let you know of anything if it transpires.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah, look over at Achilles. Achilles, from the sound of it, everything's going well.
Aye. Achilles kind of flops into his seat on the bridge, scratches his chin, waits to see what unfolds.
Alright. You guys on this ship, I'll just assume kind of doing whatever you're doing over there. If you at any point want to interject or get into this, just let me know. And I mean, you obviously have a teleportarium, so
Very good.
not beyond reason to get in. But I will continue with the crew on the ship now. All right, so the renegades, these pirates, begin to lead you down this hallway, and you see what you can see. They kind of walk into a room. And they're handling some...
My movement's pretty limited there.
Is it? Let me make sure.
Oh, there we go. I think I got it.
I'm gonna have to
I'm
increase
too
that
fat
vision
to
a
get
bit.
through.
Oh shit.
Oh,
I think we get you. I'll get you. There you go. Oh. Hold still.
there it is.
There you go. Maybe now? Yes?
Yep.
What about Helios? Can you get through? Yep. Okay. They kind of spread out, and one of them types on a keypad there for the door that's closed. Yeah, sure. Hold on a second. I'll give you sight on somebody, Achilles. I'll give you sight on one of the renegades.
As we are walking and following them, could I roll for scrutiny or awareness to try and determine which part of the ship we are in, or what's the function of the ship or the section of the ship we are in?
I wouldn't make you roll for it. I think you've seen enough engine rooms and engine areas in your time. You believe this is primarily an engine room area.
Okay.
Back there was one section of power where you guys were initially brought into. There's several others around. in the particular engine area. It's a bit spread out. It's a bit kind of jankily put together.
Okay, cool.
It does look like there is some, maybe has been some modifications done to the standard design. There's a lot torn out and changed and shifted around, so it's possible these guys either on purpose or just by use have kind of done a lot of strange things with the internals for the ship.
Okay, cool.
So this one guy's typing in the keypad here, and then the door opens. Alright, this way.
Aeneas follows his strange, hunched frame, kind of slowly bringing up the rear with his hell pistol dangling in his hand, staff in the other as he walks. Not saying anything.
All right. As these two walk forward, there's a large explosion that rocks the area where they enter, and they're incinerated as fire. A gout of flame shoots up. They scream and yell.
I can't see him.
You can't see them? Yeah, we're going to give you guys a bit more sight here.
It's not. Maybe it's not close. Oh, there we go.
I'll give everybody some more sight. It's pretty
Darius is just like kind of blown back. He kind of reaches his body over kind of across Helios, feeling the flames lick at his armor.
Both of them are quite dead. Darius and Helios, since you're in front, make a perception check. Awareness, actually, if you have it.
Awareness. There you go. No modifiers, I'm guessing. Oh.
No. Yeah, this looks like some fire shot up through the ground. It's kind of not there anymore, which is strange. It didn't stick around. It's kind of poofed them out.
A ghost ship. Stay intact, damn you.
And Helios takes a fist and whacks it to one of the walls beside him in anger and frustration at this thing falling apart around him.
There won't be anything to salvage if this is the condition of the ship.
Indeed. Let us move quickly and put these fires out if we can. Damn you.
Down the hall, you see what you see. You see this lone pirate kind of standing around looking towards your direction, and he freezes for a moment. What? Intruders! And he's gonna pull up his auto gun.
Indeed. Prepare to be intruded upon.
So we're gonna do I'm not gonna do a true initiative here. I'm just gonna say he's sighted you guys. You guys all have your weapons out, I'm assuming.
He goes, and Darius's fist powers up.
Yeah, we'll do a quick initiative. Go ahead, just to see who goes first. I'm not gonna do anything too serious though. I'm pretty sure everybody's gonna be. Yeah. All right, so Darius can go first.
Fist meets face.
You got to rush for that.
This
That's
guy
quite a
here.
distance. No, it's
No.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
No, those are your buddies
Oh, okay.
for now.
I'm going to just kind of so I can do a half action and then shoot, right?
Yep.
Yep. So actually, let's just do all out attack. I think that'll give me a better all out attack plus 20 to weapon skill. Yeah, cannot dodge or parry. That's fine.
You
So
have to
all-
be in melee for that though.
Oh, that's it. Okay, I'll just half aim then, plus 10 to hit, and then shoot him with my hell gun.
Go for it. Ooh.
Not good. I'd miss regardless. So
Yeah. So you aim with your hell gun. Fire. Unfortunately, it goes wide and strikes the wall next to him. Alright, that means... Let me actually order this. Aeneas.
Aeneas kind of puts his hell pistol over Helios's shoulder and just aims and fires. So half action shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Hit.
51. Not
I
quite.
think, what's the range?
That would be 17 meters. Is that below half? If it's max range?
range is 35. So yeah, it's exactly half.
Yeah.
And
So
plus
actually
I
it would
aim,
be
so-
plus 20. So you would hit him. And 16 is body, I believe. Or no, arm. 12 damage. It's not going to dodge. 7 pen. Yeah, so you go ahead and describe it as his arm is either melted, torn off his body. How does it look? Is he kind of
Yeah, it shoots this kind of. Is it like a laser beam, or is it like more of like a?
Yeah, hell pistols are really powerful laser type weapons.
Yeah, it just shoots this constant beam for a few seconds that hits him in his left shoulder, and just concentrated on it, and just like it melts through his clothes and melts his arm down to the bone so badly that he just kind of falls over as his arm disintegrates, more or less.
He just rolls around the floor, and then it either passes out or dies from the shock. Not quite sure which one, but he stops moving after some time.
Louder. Scream louder.
Make sure you guys are keeping track of your ammo. Try to drop by one every time you shoot if possible. I wish I had an API for it. Alright. So that was a quick one. So you guys can go ahead and proceed as normal.
Darius has his hell gun kind of braced up against his shoulder and kind of goes into a kind of tactical walk, taking point.
Helios will kind of stagger walk behind Darius, but make sure that he is providing cover to Aeneas. Make sure Aeneas is not exposed unduly.
Darius calls back to the two mutineers. What you doing back there in the rear ranks, fools? Get up here, each of you. Take a flank. He wants to kind of direct them to here and here, with him at the front.
Alright. Stern kind of runs up with the other guy and
Like I said, I got your back.
You are new. Hence you do not know the punishment for failing your lord. If you survive this night, prepare your bodies Do not fail us again.
Right. We won't be failing. Don't worry about it. The other one's quite silent, but he does. If anyone wants to, they can certainly make a perception on him.
Yes.
Darius can have a bonus 30.
Perception?
Yeah. Awareness. I keep saying perception. If I say perception, just call me stupid and say it's awareness ghost, because that's what it is. Looks like a pirate to you. Darius, just in passing, looking at these two guys, you can clearly tell Stern is very much slovenly and kind of disordered, but is earnest amateur, I guess you could say. But this other guy is calculated. He moves like a soldier. When you see him, he looks like he has practical experience. He just doesn't say much either.
Darius kind of looks at him as he moves. Hey, you, boy, where'd you learn to move like that? I've seen that only a couple times. All of them trained killers. You're not fresh off the boat, are you?
No, sir.
Well, this isn't a time or place for a lengthy chat. I need to know more than half of this tale. I need to know all of it. Until then, I'm going to keep more than one eye on you. I'll keep more than two eyes on you. And then he takes his gauntlet up and kind of looks at his eyes, then points back at Aeneas. Just make sure that eye doesn't fall on you, because that's what's going to happen if I even sense an inkling that a knife is about to be plunged to my back.
You got no worries about me, my lord.
Looky here, calling me a lord. No need to do that. Just call me Darius. What should I call you?
More cool.
More cool? Fitting, eh? The way you move?
Yes, sir. It's very practiced and orderly, it seems. More so than what you've seen thus far.
And I'll continue.
And Stern would push forward. Right. We gotta go this way to go ahead and start making our way to the grav lifts. Get to the captain's bridge. And then we can take him. Ah! And tries to punch in on a keypad. Damn it. They changed the codes. I don't know the codes no more. Kind of looks at it, there's like a doorway here. It's a large metal door that's stuck there. Ah. And Borcool from the back. What about the prisoner? Oh, right! Come on then. I know where we can get through this.
What prisoner are you speaking of?
Well, we've done some free enterprising, you might say. Maybe taken some things that didn't strictly belong to us, namely shipped commodities. And, well, we took down this one ship not long ago. Started to head back to port. We started suffering all manner of malfunctions. Well, we eventually pinned it down to a stowaway trying to get us to make port somewhere else. Caught her. Fancy looking type she was. Very good with tech. Started to make her do upkeep on the ship. Make some changes for us in exchange for passage. Kind of smiles at that last part. She can get us through there. No problem.
Aeneas frowns and kind of bares his blackened teeth. Fine. Where is she? How far?
Oh, right over yonder. And he starts walking.
Aeneas kind of turns to the others and nods his head towards the pirates.
Now, I will warn you, she's a bit of a spooky one. Got a tiny floating skull. Don't know how she does it. Think it's warp magic.
Aeneas rolls all three of his eyes.
Whoa, that's quite an eye roll. It's better than my wife's.
He opens up a few sections here. He kind of opens up a slot through the door. Here. I can never select it. There we go. Not quite opening the door. It says, "Oi, wench! We require your services. You serve a new lord now, and his kin, his servants, his lordship's retinue wants you to open a door for us."
And a heavy sigh kind of comes from the room. Okay. And light footprints or footsteps are kind of heard behind the door. And then a pair of eyes just kind of stare into the slot, waiting.
Hold on a moment. I'm going to try a few of the codes we used to keep you in here. Give me a second. He starts typing on a keypad.
No need. Can I roll tech use? Or can I just
Not
open
even.
it?
Just go ahead and open it.
Yeah. So before this one can open the door kind of automatically opens from the inside, and out steps a woman in slightly tattered red robes, fairly form-fitting kind of gray vest. She's got a grill, kind of a breathing grill that covers the bottom half of her face. White tattoos surrounding her eyes, and behind her on her shoulder hovers a tiny skull. And on the other side of her shoulder, it looks like a mechadendrite kind of hovers there as well. And she stares out at Darius. And she's the only one she can see. New captors. Hello.
Darius looks up at her as she answers the door. Hello? That's pretty much all he says. Looks at her. Looks at the skull floating over her shoulder. Hello? Looks back to Helios. So, Helios? The prisoner of a pirate? Does that mean she is a friend? How does that exactly work?
For now, she is just someone on the ship. It is not for us to say if you are our captor. So as well tonight, and you may get your freedom if our Lord deems it so. But be warned, cross us in any way, and the void will be the first thing you beg for.
Darius nods, and he pounds his left breast where a sigil is pinned to his armor. It's a steel image of a man who has been flayed and impaled on a spike. Ah, listen to what Khan's saying here. He's a man of wisdom. He speaks rarely, but what he does, you best listen to every word, my lady. For right now, you're a tool. Serve us well, and your freedom may be granted thereafter. He kind of steps back away from the door frame, gives her berth to exit if she should choose.
And she slowly kind of blinks, not very phased by Khan's words. And she slowly walks out, and her kind of tattered red cape, kind of, or outfit, kind of flowing on the floor with her little skull coming by in behind her. So, where's this door?
Follow
Oh,
this
yeah.
one. And Aeneas is he's extremely tall, with a headscarf on, with a bald head. He's hunched over, quite far, and in one hand he just has a very long arm dangling with a pistol. The other actually is backwards, you notice. His elbow is, and the staff's just kind of in that hand, rest with the tip resting on the ground as his arm appears to be double hinged.
She gives him kind of a look up and down. She's not very tall. She's about 5'3", very short. But the mechadendrite kind of attached to her back, kind of coming out her spine, was just kind of swaying as she moves.
Ghost, would I recognize her as a tech priest or?
I would say that you have been in enough functions to notice them. I'm sure Lord Achilles and his father entertained.
This will do. Come. He just steps back and waits.
This way.
Yeah, this door. Stern's yelling back and still trying to punch in numbers.
Aside. Move. And she'll get in there and start plugging away, trying to open it. Is that a tech use skill?
This one I'll give to you. It's pretty. It's opening a door with keypads.
So she looks back, kind of the pirates, at everyone else. Looks at the door. Looks at the pirates. A door. You want me to open a door?
And any other door that we encounter, or anything we want you to do. Hurry up!
She'll turn back to the door quickly, faster than some can comprehend. She kind of types in some keys, and the door slides open very easily, and she'll take a step back. The door.
Aeneas just waves his staff through, or towards the door for people to get going. The Lord will expect some results soon. Enough of this dawdling.
Efficiency. I like it. Keep this up. And we may have yet use for you.
If It is not much trouble to continue to have adequate use of my skills. I will need my equipment.
Where is it?
To the south.
How'd you know that?
It is fairly easy to map out your ship. There's only one reason I stayed in that cell, and it was because you outnumbered me.
Wench. Just gonna grits his teeth. Attempts to proceed forward. And
Just to clarify, so she doesn't have all her tools with her right now, correct?
correct.
And okay, so the pirates are leading us towards the captain, and she's saying that she would like to get her tools.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And as Stern tries to go forward, he quickly jumps back as a current of electricity builds and forms a rather long line between the stairways. Ah! Gee, sure. The Lord really did a number on our ship, didn't he?
This is unusual. We walk somewhere and some peril faces us. Is this path being trapped? You, tech priest, determine this for us.
Interesting. This looks like something I can easily get past, but I need my things.
Where are they?
Like I said, south.
He looks to Helios. Go with her, Voidsman.
Indeed. Follow me.
And Helio steps forward, making sure that the tech priest is behind him.
Oh, yeah, she's right on his heels.
Guide the way. And stay behind.
I can do that.
Tell me, did you make those modifications to the engine room?
Did I? Ghost. And she'll look at Khan. Yes.
Interesting.
Is it here?
Yes.
Yeah, and is it just laying on the table or is it like inside?
Or it's inside one of the cabinets.
She'll open the cabinet up and start acquiring her things, kind of re-gearing up. Let me just making sure she's got her staff. It comes out. She's got data slates, some tools. Just kind of re-equipping everything, making sure guns loaded, that kind of thing. She'll put it all away, and she'll look back to Khan. I'm ready now. Thank you.
It may be too soon to thank me yet. see how the evening proceeds. I do have one more question. The contraption on your back, did you build it?
No. It was voluntary implant.
Could you build more?
I do not specialize in these. I specialize in fixing and upgrading ships.
Unfortunate. But nonetheless, the rules might have some use for you. Very well then.
Another place to be a prisoner of. Interesting.
Do not make assumptions about your future. You must first survive to be a prisoner. This ship is falling apart. And if we don't hurry, you might be destroyed with it. Focus on that. Everything else will follow.
Your survival might rely on my survival, depending.
Not
I do not
necessary.
wish anything ill upon you or your people, as you got me out of that room. But we will see how this plays.
Oh, you misunderstand. I do not wish ill upon you. I am just bringing to your attention the predicament you are in. Realize this. I am on your ship by means unknown to you. And those means can get me out as well. So
My
please,
ship was-
stay focused.
Always. But my ship was destroyed. This is not my ship.
With that, Helios is very interested.
And she'll slip past Darius to go back up to kind of field. Move.
Yeah. Priest gets let out of a cage. Thinks she runs the place.
She's more useful than you right now, so be quiet.
And she'll disable the field. She seems to have some sort of like strenuous effort in disabling it, but
This one will be a tech use, actually.
oh, it's actually gonna be sexy.
Yeah. So
All right, time to step back.
consider your your bonuses and things like that. So
Okay.
you've got your tool.
Yeah.
You got your skull.
So the skull gives an additional plus 10. Yeah.
Right.
I think this isn't the tool. Is it already included into my?
It's not factored in automatically, no.
Oh, okay.
My
Okay.
macros aren't as sophisticated as Dead's.
So it's a plus 20 modifier. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Negative modifiers. None.
No.
What?
Oh.
Can I like do something about
You can do a fate point and re-roll that if you want.
Yeah, I gotta do that.
You do that
Ooh, I gotta
spend.
make
Also,
sure. Yeah.
Gotta impress the boss.
Yeah.
Um, Anybody who's spent fate previously, make sure you're refreshed for this session as well. Perfect. Good enough.
Yeah.
We all see his sweat pop up on her brow as she works.
Yeah. Pretty much. So she like
She wants to
attempts to do it.
perform.
She attempts to disable this and doesn't seem to be going well at first. She's frowning, attempting to interface with this. And finally, after a bit, it does seem to fizzle and dissipate. And she looks back at everyone. Who's first?
I'll go. Starts walking forward. Yes, Aeneas.
Aeneas just says, "Wait! You there, woman. You said you have a schematic of the ship. Is that so?"
I have a general idea of the layout. I don't have a physical one, if that is what you're asking. They did not give me a pen and paper.
I wonder if you could procure one from their terminals.
I can attempt. Yes.
If so, we can use the teleportorium to just take us directly to the bridge.
Acceptable. And is there some sort of interface that I can...
Yeah, you can find terminals.
Alright, so she'll find a terminal, and can I MIU jack into it?
You can. This is definitely something you can interface with from your electrograph, with your elect2 inductors. So you could use that. So you have... What was the... You had a good quality one?
Yes.
Okay. So it's a plus 20 for tech use from that.
Mm-hmm.
And then what other ones do you believe would apply in this case?
Let's see. Plus 20 from that. And would the skull help?
It would.
It's plus 30.
Okay.
I don't
So
know.
I don't think the combi tool would.
No.
So plus 30 bonus for this. Yeah.
Yeah.
So into your system, you can put it on a data slate from your nervous system, wherever you want to handle it. But you are able to get a full ship schematic of this ship with the alterations included.
Okay. So she'll walk over to Aeneas with her data slate. Do you want to look at mine, or shall I upload it to yours?
We should take you back to the ship. This place is fraught with peril. Helios, Darius, bring those two.
Aye, aye.
You will...
Roman, follow us.
You are set to meet my cousin, Lord Achilles Thorn. Pay him respect. Your fate stands at his feet.
Of course.
He taps on his... I guess it'll be a Voxcaster from here, yeah.
Yeah.
Lord Thorn.
Yes, Achilles.
You're Achilles.
I mean, yes, it is. You know who you are. Report.
You know your name.
We have interesting news. Something that will make this job much easier for us. Please use the teleportorium and bring us back. We shall be in your presence momentarily.
Very well. And so Achilles will look at Asterius, sort of motion towards the doorway to the... I don't know, do we take a lift to the teleportarium? Is that what we decided?
Yeah, it's on a different level of the ship, but you could obviously box down to them if there's somebody. There's that one guy, remember, that's paid solely to operate this thing. So
right, but I think Achilles would want to be there.
sure, yeah, you guys could take a lift down.
And so head to the lift, zip down there, have the teleportarium expert do whatever arcane things he does.
you're all ported out. And it's showing the bridge, but this is just I'll make a room since I know this room is now going to be a fixture for the teleportarium area. So you are brought back to the ship. And all of you are pulled. The two pirates kind of step off, and Stern immediately vomits. Vorkul appears as though he's going to.
Aeneas turns to Darius and says, "Relieve those two of their weapons, and the woman too, before our lord approaches."
Darius nods, his heavy brow ridge moving up and down, and he plods over to the two pirates. I know the two of you aren't used to doing this, but I'm going to need your weapons. He stands back as one of them loses his lunch. Oh, fucking Christ. Those are new goddamn boots, you maggot.
Fucking Emperor.
Emperor, yeah.
Emperor, damn it. Stern is. What was that? And his gun's just kind of laying on the ground. Vorkul just presents his weapon to you, barrel down.
Ilios, tell them what that was.
That is how we penetrate ships through the void, and you shall be using it soon on raids. But for now, for this disgusting display, you shall be sent deep into the engine room, where it is so hot, even the sweat boils off your forehead. You shall wane and you shall wax like a feather in the wind, and you shall scream my name down there. But it'll be weeks before I see you. The next time you proceed to fail me again in this manner, remember, the void is what you'll scream for first, before you see me coming from behind.
Aeneas points his staff towards the woman. Your weapon.
And she takes out both her gun and holds up her staff, kind of presenting them, and puts her head down. Take them.
Darius can hold the two pirates' weapon in his giant left meaty paw. His hands are so big, and reaches out the right one, and Umbria can see it's a chrome metallic bionic arm. And doesn't bend or damage the weapons, but it grabs them firmly. And again, his heavy brow ridge goes up and down, and he nods to Umbria. Thank you, my lady.
And so Achilles will approach. What have we here, cousin?
We have a new servant of House Thorn, at least for the time being. He waves his staff to the two pirates. Traitors from the other ship. But he seems to dismiss them rather quickly. And this one, a tech priest by the look of her. She was able to download the schematics of that frigate. We should be able to teleport directly into the bridge.
Excellent, excellent. He gives Umbria an appraising look, nods. Well done.
And Umbria actually takes the time to kind of bow deeply, and she looks up to Achilles. Thank you for taking me upon your ship.
Indeed. I think this may be a grand idea.
She was not a pirate, a prisoner of theirs. I suggest if she proves worthy, give her a spot on the Thorn, if she so desires.
Yes, I approve. Well done, Aeneas.
Of course, my lord. Bows deeply. What is your wish for us?
Well, let us prepare a raid on the bridge.
He kind of looks his cousin up and down.
Will you be joining us?
Achilles folds his arms. Looks a bit disgruntled.
Before Achilles actually answers, Aeneas says,
I suppose I won't complain too much, my lord. You must inspire your men.
Achilles smiles at that. Ah, my charms aren't lost on you after all, cousin.
Nay. Arch-militant. Your life for his. Watch him. Protect him.
Darius is cleaning the weapons, and he has the barrel of one of them unscrewed and is holding it up to the light, inspecting it for grime and dirt, and finding it quite unsatisfactory. It's a Stern's weapon. Snaps it back on. Absolutely. No harm will come to my lord. He smiles, and you can see that just as many of his teeth are missing as present.
Very well, then. Let's see these plans. Asterius, call down and order the murder servitors prepared.
Right away, my lord. And with that, he'll go over and start making arrangements.
You motherfuckers are gonna make me do a murder servitor template.
Would you like to see one, my lord?
For fucking pirates.
And Umbria will pull out her data pad and look to Achilles. I have the plans on here. Or I could upload them to yours. Whatever is easiest.
By all means, let's get them on the big screen.
And she moves over, checking for an interface, and her fingers kind of extend and insert themselves into whatever sockets there are, and she uploads the plans onto the big screen for everyone to see. As you can see, this is where the captain's quarters and where the helm is.
Excellent, excellent. Darius, what think you?
He's looking at it. I think we should go there directly. If violence of action is our show respect, we should not hesitate. We should not give any stragglers time to prepare any pitiful defenses they may erect against us.
Excellent. He looks around the room. Come then, let's away. Heads for the lift.
Aeneas, before
his cousin. Those two. Bring them with us. He kind of waves. I suspect that there were traps being set for us on the way. I do not trust them. He says this openly in front of them.
And Stern protests. I wouldn't set no traps. I'm the one what invited you over.
Perhaps. We'll see which way your barrel points when we enter your cabin. Your helm. I assure you, if it does not point at your former comrades. Helios, what will you do?
You will first feel the skin from your flesh peel away as you scream my name in vain to stop. Pirates, the worst come of the void. You must be thankful to Aeneas to provide you this opportunity. Prove us correct that you are with us.
Stern looks a bit nervous. Fine. Gonna need my weapon back, though.
Darius, by this time, has Morkul's and Stern's weapon cleaned and reassembled. Hands it back to Stern. You need to do a better job keeping this clean. It's gonna jam up at the most inopportune time, backfire, blow out an eye, or get you killed. And he hands it to Morkul, and he says, your cleanliness is appropriate.
Appreciated, sir.
He just narrows his eyes at him.
And Umbria will retract her fingers from inside the ports and look over to Darius. If you would like me to join you aboard, I will also need my equipment.
Everyone stands awkwardly around looking at
Yeah.
each other.
Doesn't Darius have it?
Yeah, Darius has it.
I think
Your
it's
weapon?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm staring, looking at Morkul, like looking at him, like, and so just kind of with the right hand, with the mechanical hand, he just like flips you your weapons.
And she'll kind of awkwardly catch them, kind of gathering them in her arms before strapping the staff to her back and holding the bolt gun. And she looks.
That priest,
Yes.
what happened to your ship?
Unfortunately, it was damaged before the pirates came upon it. Therefore, we were easy prey.
Do you wish to exact revenge tonight?
That is a good question. Revenge is a very complicated emotion. I wish to destroy these pirates. I do not think I would call it revenge, but if revenge is the word that you will give it, revenge, so be it.
Oh, revenge is your word. For me, it is just exterminate. For you see, it does not matter if a pirate has wronged me or not. Their mere existence is a blight on the void, and every last one of them must be destroyed slowly, painfully, screaming, bleeding, till they are nothing but a seeming pulp of meat. Do you understand where I'm coming from?
I understand your anger and your hatred. Therefore, I will embark upon destroying these pirates with all of you, as you have assisted me out of that prison, though it remains to be seen what remains of my fate past.
Excellent. You shall be a worthy ally in this fight, then.
I will strive to be.
And as Helios is walking past, he looks at Achilles.
Lord Thorn, do I have your permission to lose myself tonight in the fight?
Achilles straightens a bit. Thinks for a moment. Indeed, Mr. Khan.
And Helios bows with, one hand behind his back, the other on his midsection, a very low bow, but his eyes still on the Lord. And then he raises himself, and that familiar, demented smile starts creeping along his face as he walks towards the center of the room, towards where the teleportarium is going to start activating and sending them across.
Ghost, did you get my whisper?
Let me check. I had to fast manage.
No, you're
yeah,
fine.
you can, and it's Vorcool with a V.
Okay. More cool, not more cool.
More cool, yeah. If only,
Whatever.
eh?
More cool.
Maybe that'll be the ship nickname for him. Yeah, you can.
Question about lore. These Vox casters, do they have a setting that allows you to pretty much treat it like...
Megaphone?
Yes,
Sure.
thank you.
Okay. Now, I know, so I'm just gonna do a head count. I've got the PCs, I've got the 2 pirates. I'll let you bring 2 murder servitors. Just for funsies. And you'll understand why when we get in. Because, and this is just me going off what I remember. They're probably actually better than this, but short. I was not expecting you guys to actually bring the murder servitors.
Don't forget Yorick. Bring the skull.
Yes, I will bring the skull. Okay. Well, he acts on your turns. Oh, okay. Let me make sure I get everybody brought over. You guys are going directly onto the bridge?
I think that's the plan.
To the bridge.
You want to kill the snake? You cut the head off.
What's the saying about players ruining best laid plans?
Well, it's not ruining anything. It's just making changes.
No, it's one of the laws of warfare. No plan survives first contact with the enemy.
There you go.
Yeah,
You want to put walls up? We'll just fucking go around it.
We'll punch through the walls.
Imagine no line.
Fine with me.
Oh shit. Okay. One more second.
No, you're fine.
We're good. It may turn out to be a good decision.
A good decision. Oh, well, now you're just ruining it for us.
Aeneas looks to Asterius. Bookkeeper, are you coming with us?
I suppose I will. It'll be fun. Looking forward to some excitement, even if it's from behind everybody else.
Be wary of those two. I will leave that to you. You are good with dealing with people.
Yeah, but sometimes I have my limits.
Well, they appear to betray us. Simply shoot them.
Nah, give it the old try, I guess. With a little smile on his face.
Excuse me.
All right. Here we go.
Here we go. Killing again.
Death.
Oh.
So the teleportarium fires up, and at the entry to the bridge, based on what you saw from the schematics, you're brought in rather loudly, and what you see arrayed before you is what you see is a number of pirates working on various stations. There appears to be fire damage all throughout the ship, some scattered all throughout the bridge, some scattered shrapnel thrown around. Jeremus, who you recognize standing at the head of this ship with his arms folded behind his back and barking out as you guys come through. Bloody mutiny on my ship, I'll tear them all to pieces. And then, what? Turns around. What? Looks this confused as to how this possibly could have happened. What in the warp?
From the inky blackness comes a ship. Its arrival heralded by the sound of a whip. The crews are demon manifest, here to put you to the test. The faithful have nothing to fear when Lord Thorn comes from the rear.
And he's going to open fire.
All right, everybody, give me the initiative. This is going to be, I'm going to roll one for all of them so that we don't have to roll 37 initiatives.
Roll low. Roll low.
There you go. Well, except, Jeremus gets his own, but... That's not your name. That's fine. I know when everybody's rolled so I can organize it.
I'm done.
Yeah, I'm good. Damn.
Okay. I think everybody... Oh, murder servitors. Oh, they got higher than that. That's their agility bonus. Yeah, you don't see anything. That's going to be an 8 for them because I know they have a 4 agility. I just didn't plug it in. That's fine. Okay. Ugh. Achilles goes first. I'm going to assume everybody has their weapons out. Since you guys were going into a bridge full of pirates.
Achilles.
So Achilles looks at the leader, the captain type over there, and order your men to lay down their arms and surrender. Perhaps we'll just strand you somewhere.
And he looks at you. Piss off, lordling. Goes for his gun.
Achilles smiles. I hoped you'd say that.
And what does Achilles do then?
I guess if he's going for a gun, Achilles will likewise.
Alright, so which gun are you drawing?
The big one.
I think for this, he will pull the Belasco.
Alright. So you've got the Belasco pistol out. Unless you have quick draw, that's half. So I think, let's see. Yeah, so that's a half action to draw, and then what next?
He will to spend the rest of this round taking aim.
Okay, so right now it's at plus 10. So that'll be for next round. Alright. Asterius.
Oh boy. So they're all out of range.
Are they?
10 meters, right? That's by far
You
as
can
we
shoot beyond max range, but you suffer a minus 30 penalty, I think. So you could also do a half action move and shoot whatever your half move is.
Where is that at on my
Do
sheet?
you have any questions about spatial awareness, what things are, what constitutes this cover, if any, then just ask and I'll try to clarify on the map.
Alright. Alright, let's do a half move. Get real close to Darius. So like a half move and shoot.
Yes.
Alright. And I'll give him a little shot with my infernal pistol.
The one you just pinged, go ahead.
Yep. Just as expected. Kind of hastily pulls out his gun and lets one loose.
Yeah, and the blast from the Inferno pistol destroys several consoles behind that particular pirate. Destroys them, tears them asunder.
Damn it.
A cone, Darius? We'll eye test it. I don't know if I can find something.
Don't worry about it right now. We'll talk about it when I get there.
Sure. Alright. Murder servitors. So they're under no particular control. You just kind of turn them on, and they have some identify friend-foe things, but they're very much just going to do their thing at this point. So I'll do their actions. I think that's actually plausible. On a charge, yes. Murder servitor on this side charges. They have devastating charge or whatever the equivalent is. So it's plus 20. And that guy's dead.
This
I'll
So, as pretty much right after the bit of banter between captains, Murder Servitor on the left sprints forward into one of the pirates with an eviscerator, which is a rather large chainsword equivalent that's usually two-handed, and basically bisects this individual. Just tears him into pieces. And then further down the platform, same thing. This one misses. Perhaps a bit of faulty programming, not really sure, couldn't say. Maybe Umbria can take a look at this one, but just chain swords going all around and just slams into the keyboards and various accoutrements on the table. Darius.
So Darius kind of just takes like one step forward, brings out his hell gun, and with his left thumb just flips on to full auto, and just like lets it rip, and you just hear this thing kind of spin up. Zzz, and he just starts mowing down this suppressive fire all across this line of folks in this general area. So basically, I could pick a 45-degree cone, and anyone in that area has to make a pinning check.
Mm-hmm.
If they fail that, they can only take half actions, like until they're unpinned.
Ooh.
And then I also make one hard shot, basically. And if that succeeds, I pick one of those targets at random to actually get hit.
All right, so we'll go ahead and do that first, and then we'll do the pinning test. 45 degrees, I would say.
There's a way to make a cone, I forget.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of how to do that.
You could give me a sight, like a
Yeah, I could do that. Let me go ahead.
that, and then change that. I can just move it around.
Sure.
But let me make my shot first here.
Be hard, so that'd be at a minus. We'd factor in range and everything, but
So that would be at minus 20, right?
yeah.
So I think that would still probably not hit.
Yeah, unfortunately.
That's fine.
45. So did that take effect or no?
Yeah, it takes effect automatically. It's just to see if the actual bullet spray actually hits somebody.
Which what the fuck?
But the suppressing fire is like a automatic thing. All targets within zone must pass a hard pinning test or become pinned.
Okay, I'm just trying to make sure we get the.
Sorry, I'm trying to make a cone. But
That's alright. Yeah, damn, I wish I knew how to do that.
I don't. I'm in the shapes. I don't see a cone option. Well, it
I
seems
know
like
there is, because D&D uses cones all the time.
Shit. I could do it to. Here's what I'll do real quick.
It's not that big a deal. I mean, we can just eyeball 45 degrees, I guess.
Yeah, I'll get it set for next time for sure. So let me go ahead and let's eyeball 45 degrees. So 45,
So-
I think, would be like that.
So I could probably get all these guys. Probably all these guys there, and maybe this guy too.
Yeah, let's see. So 45. So that's. I mean, they're guaranteed, right? If we're angling it correctly.
Yep. So it's just half of a 90 degree, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say so. We'll go ahead and call that those 5 guys. Okay, pinning. Let's do it.
So it's willpower, but they have to make it hard, so it's at negative 20.
Oh, shit. That's really good, actually. Okay.
I looked at the actions before.
Smart man. All right. Oh my god, this is bad for them. Okay. So 5 of these coming up. Going from left to right.
Then after you're done, I'll tell you what the pinned effect does.
Yep.
They're failing.
And one more. Oh my god. Yeah, so they all fail. So what does pinned effect do?
So, pinned character may only take half actions. Additionally, he suffers a negative 20 penalty to all ballistic skill tests.
That's really good.
If a pinned character is in cover relative to the attacker that pinned him, he may not leave it except to retreat. If he is not in cover when pinned, he must use his next turn to reach cover. If there is no cover nearby, he must move away from the attacker that pinned him. A character can test willpower at the end of his turn to escape pinning, in which case he may act as normal on the next turn. That test is easy, so it's a plus 30. So.
Very nice.
Die, motherfuckers!
I just see him just like
Say
spraying.
hello to my little friend.
Yeah.
So all of them are pinned. Man, that's tough. All right. Full pin on those 5 guys as they all these gouts of las fire start firing out all over the bridge as these men cry out, "Get down, get down!" It's diving behind, trying to get down, lay down on the ground, or just move out of the way as the las fire ripples through, nearly clipping a few of the men as they seek desperate cover from this assault. Umbria.
Alright, she's gonna lift her bolt gun and do a half action to aim at the same one the murder servitor is going after. And attempt to shoot.
So I'll tell you before, just in case. So it's a minus 20 firing into melee, plus 10 from the aim, and plus 10 for short range.
I might go after this one instead.
Okay.
Through melee.
So yeah, and it's supposed to be plus 20 instead of a minus for the melee.
It's 20. Oh.
That's a good deal. Plus 20.
I don't know. I just clicked it.
Woo. 56 versus a 47. That would hit his legs. And that was a single shot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So 15. Does Righteous Fury work on a max for that?
Well,
I think
it?
Yeah. Roll what is a Righteous Fury? I need to look at Righteous Fury real quick.
You just
get
roll
to
another
more.
d10.
Yeah,
roll another d10? Okay.
I think you do, yeah.
Yeah,
I
you roll
believe
another
so.
d10. At least you in Dark Heresy.
Let me double check just to make sure.
My PDF sucks. I can't search it.
That's image PDF.
Yeah.
I hate how difficult it is to find shit here. Okay.
Damn it.
Yeah, sorry about this. I will learn this better. Let's just go ahead for expediency's sake and just roll an additional d10.
Yep, did that.
Yeah, you guys, I'm going to assume that anytime you guys go to the ship, you reload on weaponry. Just keep track of your clips during combat, or if you don't go back to the ship, so we have an idea. Let's say you have at least 2 spare clips on you at all times, but keep track of your ammo. So that's 20. That's gonna rip off that guy's leg and kill him. So describe that, or explode it, depending on what you want it to do. So describe that death for me. See, he's very dead.
Yes, this is just a single shot. Umbria just kind of stares the one ahead of her. Originally, she was going to go for the one engaged with the murder servitor, but decided, no, he can handle it. That's fine. And turns her head to the one kind of straight in front of her. Takes aim. Doesn't put too much effort into it. And fires, and fully surprising to her, ends up just tearing off the guy's leg, causing him to scream, roll around on the floor as blood kind of just pools and spurts everywhere. She kind of looks down at her gun, a little bit surprised.
Oh, it's a little different. So just for next time to know, you roll another attack, and if it hits, you just add the damage again.
Oh.
Okay, well, we'll remember that for that. So you just get another entire attack. That's pretty baller.
Yeah.
And then if you do another 10, you do it again.
Nice.
And again and again.
Wow.
Ouch.
Okay,
That's
we'll keep
page
that in mind.
245. Yeah,
Got it. All right, we'll remember that. That's fine. Though. So he is, his leg is split. He just kind of crumples and falls along the panels down here as he bleeds out, dying before the end of the combat easily. Any actions for your little skull? He doesn't have any combat stuff, but you could always have him do auxiliary stuff if you think he'd be useful doing it.
I don't know what he'd be useful at doing at this point.
Okay, that's fine. He doesn't have to.
No, he's just kind of hanging out underneath, just staying out of the way.
Okay. Mr. Khan.
So the first thing I want to do is it'll be a quick draw. So I pull out my weapon, which is the Storm Bolter. I'm going to engage the Storm quality and go full auto burst. So as per the rate is that it's 4 shots, correct?
Right, and each shot counts as, I think, an additional hit once we get down into that.
Yes, each degree of success will be 2 additional hits. So that's because I'm going full auto, that's plus 20 to the ballistic skills. And since I'm engaging pirates, I get plus 10 because of my hatred.
Now, is that just weapon skill or is that ballistic as well?
Let me double check. That's weapon skill, so that's fine. Just plus 20.
And then range as well, make sure you factor that in.
Oh yes, I believe the range on the Storm Bolter is 90, and
you're in short range. That is definitely less than half.
So that's plus 10.
Plus 10, so you're looking at plus 30 with all modifiers considered.
All right, so here's the first shot, and it's going to the guy who's leading this group of meatbags.
All right, go ahead.
Ooh,
oh, so close.
Oh, no.
You do have a fate if you'd like to.
Yes, I'm going to use a fate for that.
Okay, it's 7. Because your target number is 73, so you beat it by 2 degrees. So you guaranteed 1 hit. Now, each doubles the amount of hits inflicted on the target. So for full auto, go ahead and let's take a look at full auto.
So the full auto says the same thing as the Storm. So I don't know if I don't think it stacks up.
Oh no, it does. Storm gives you an additional hit for every hit you make. So let's see. So each hit, so you get 1 hit. Each degree of success scores an extra hit. You got 1 hit from just meeting the target number or beating it. You get 2 additional degrees of success. So you've got 3 hits doubled to 6.
Nice.
So just roll, I guess, and it's tearing as well.
Mm-hmm.
So roll 12d10, keep 6.
12d10.
Well, if you just have him, well, you could do that.
Yeah, this to save space.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he's rolling his Stormbolter.
Yeah.
6 more times.
Yeah.
And then
20
we're gonna
can keep 6 plus 5.
plus. Well, it's gonna be plus 30 if we're looking at all of them. This guy's probably fucking dead. So unless he happens to dodge, I mean, even if he dodges one of them, I could try to dodge it, but I don't think it's gonna matter.
So 20, 10, keep 6 plus 30.
Yeah. So you add
It
plus
goes.
5 for each individual bullet, so each individual hit, I think. So
Here we go.
yeah, describe this absolutely horrendous butchering of Jeremy.
All right, just give me a minute as I pull up yet another poem.
Amazing.
Storm bolters are nuts. That's a very good pickup.
Just give me a minute.
Very demoralizing.
Sorry about that.
Sorry, Captain.
So as Helios pulls up his weapon, he looks around the room and he sees that individual that had slighted his lord, and his eyes narrow as he takes aim at this individual's forehead. And Darius, for a brief moment, closes his eyes, and from his past, he remembers all the atrocities of the pirates.
The skin of the righteous shall not be rend. The anus of the righteous shall remain puckered. The agony you feel is judgment manifest. The screams you release are penance paid. The fury of Thorn's rose is upon you.
And with that, he aims the storm bolter and lets loose, every bullet just striking this person square in the chest or in the head as the weapon becomes red hot with every shot fired.
A hail of bullets flies out from your rifle and just starts tearing in to Jeremis. One, it knocks off his metal arm, no problem. Tears through his leg, tears through his chest. One bullet hits his head and it explodes, but it doesn't stop. It continues. It's just a hail as these are this is exploding ammunition as well. So it's hitting and exploding on impact as it rips Jeremis into pieces, indistinguishable from a hunk of meat that may be on the ground in a butcher's shop, as he just collapses in pieces on the walkways.
Kill them all!
Jesus. Aeneas.
Aeneas not going to do anything nearly as interesting. Simply points his hell pistol down and semi-automatic bursts at. Actually, I have my weapon out, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna delay to see what Vorkul and Stern do, so that'd be my half-action delay.
Sure. Yeah, no problem.
And I'm gonna have my Inferno pistol out instead.
Okay. All right. Do you have any kind of conditions that you're gonna?
Yeah. If one of these guys turns their guns towards any of us, I'm gonna shoot them.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna do all the renegades now. I think that level of absolute butchering necessitates some willpower tests. So I know what their thing is, so I'm just gonna roll D100s instead of going to their sheets direct for it.
Been waiting for all night for that.
So a couple of them actually throw down their weapons that were directly around them after seeing that just mind-shattering amount of gore. This guy completely throws his weapon down and holds his hand up. The one below does not. He actually begins to level it against you guys. This individual drops his weapon as well as he's pinned down by plasma fire. And the pilot of this ship, you assume, actually takes the time to get up and put his hands up in the air rather than just sit in the chair, so that he is shown to not be completely armed at all. He's completely unarmed. No, I surrender! I surrender! He's just screaming from the front of the ship. But we'll go ahead and go with your pirates first. Vorkul is going to take a quick move up the steps and fire down at one of the nearby pirates on the other side who's pinned, and hits. Solid strike into the man's chest. My bullet. Alright, and then Stern. And Emmaus, I definitely will give you the chance to supersede it, but Stern, he brings up his auto gun initially towards the other pirates, but then tries to do a quick 180 turn to fire on Achilles.
Yeah. Aeneas immediately levels his Inferno pistol and attempts to shoot him. I knew it!
That's definitely in range.
Oh.
Go ahead.
I'm going to use a fate point. Can't
But
aim
that still
since
hit him at short range, though.
I'm not at short range.
Yeah, he's not.
Oh.
It's a 10. It's 10 meters.
Yeah, Inferno pistols.
Damn it. Okay. I missed.
Uh-oh. So, the Inferno pistol, your Inferno pistol shot flies past Stern, but Stern pulls and raises his gun, points it at Achilles. Here's my service to you, my lord, and is gonna try to just
Oh, man.
full auto you.
Oh no.
Whoa! You can definitely attempt to dodge.
Yeah, you're gonna want to.
I'm stupid. I'm not within 2 meters of you either.
I actually should have asked you guys how you wanted to come in.
Failure.
I told you.
Yeah. If I was within 2 meters, I could have jumped in front of him.
Next time, make sure I ask you guys how you want to position before a fight like this.
Fate point.
Guess we'll fate that. Yep. Nope.
Oh.
No, that's alright. Okay. So the good news is that I believe you resolve each of these against armor and toughness separately, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, you definitely would, especially if you give him plus whatever.
20, yeah. So he would hit. Ooh, he's gonna hit a couple times. D10 plus 3, so hits once. He rolled a wow. That's pretty. He would get 4 degrees of success. That's 4 hits. Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So
But that was one for every 2, or is it one for every...
It's 1 for 1. I
Okay.
was looking at it. Let me see. Just double check to
No,
make
you
sure.
could be right. That's what I thought I heard.
No, I'll double check to make sure for full auto. I don't want to fuck Rob that hard. So full auto is each degree is a set scores an extra hit. So it is going to be 4 hits, I believe. Yes. So we'll just roll some 1d10s. Go ahead and look at your armor and toughness, and we'll determine the actual damage to you, Achilles.
Okay, so armor is 6.
So you got toughness 2, I think.
Toughness is a 30.
Oh, so you got toughness 3. So you have soak of 9 against this guy's guns. The first one does nothing. Second one does nothing. So so
Damn.
Achilles, this guy unloads on you at pretty close range, and he does next to no damage to you. None at all, nothing discernible. It just kind of, each bullet kind of plinks and launches itself off your armor in various directions, striking walls and things around you, or just getting embedded and stuck. You, after his hail of gunfire, you are completely unharmed.
Okay, Achilles just looks at him with utter contempt.
When Aeneas sees this and sees the miss, he's like, "Ah!" And
he's gonna be effed up soon.
He is not pleased.
Yeah, Stern looks at his gun like, oh, shite. And these other renegades, there's several of them pinned. They're all going to make some single shots with their guns. 2 at Darius. That's a miss.
It's at negative 20 as well.
Yeah, they gotta roll 8. Yeah, so miss. A couple more shooting at 4 cool.
Oh
my.
Don't they have to try to find cover? Isn't that what one of the things
Yeah,
with pinned
do they
was?
have to? Let me go ahead and
yeah, they have to spend their next turn finding cover.
okay, disregard. So,
But if they're within, I mean, if they're within a half move of cover, they could still attack, right?
No, because they only have a half move.
A half move. Yeah, so they'd have to.
Oh yeah, they only have a half move.
Fair enough.
Right.
So disregard those shots. Cover. So this guy's gonna crawl under the computers. This other guy is going to throw himself down here with these coils.
Run, rats like the rats you are. We'll hunt
Desk.
you out and bring you to justice.
So desk underneath there. This guy's gonna jump back here and lay on, kind of hide behind these monitors. And this last guy's gonna run up because this is a bit elevated. He's gonna run up and throw himself against the wall, and that's all of them.
Hey guys, question about using fate points. There's a count as having rolled a 10 for initiative. Can I spend a fate point to do that now?
I think it has to be at the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good way to use it, though, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. If you really want to go first or have a good chance of going first, yes, absolutely. Pirate fighting the murder servitor rather bold and foolishly drops his autogun to go for a knife, and he's got nothing better to do, so he's going to try to go ahead and fight a murder servitor. He does not hit, as you might expect. This pirate is not fazed by what's going on. He is going to go ahead and let's see. He's going to shoot at Umbria. With full auto from that range. believe that's in short as well, so it'd be plus 30. 58, so it's going to be only 1 degree of success, I think. No, wait, yes. It's only 1 degree of success and 4 damage. I'm pretty sure you can soak that. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, it has no pen.
Yeah.
So he fires, and a hail of gunfire, and the bullet just plinks or off of you or gets stuck somewhere.
Yeah, she actually uses the metal from her mechadendrite, comes out and kind of blocks the bullets.
Right. And I think that's all the ones who are doing anything. Yes. Jeremis is dead. Achilles.
Okay, so I guess first a question:
Stern must be destroyed.
How fine grain is aiming in this game? The guy that I was originally thinking about aiming at is no longer here.
Yeah.
So does that negate aim?
Unfortunately, I think it does. That target's killed because you're spending your time aiming for him.
Right, that makes perfect sense. That's why I asked. Okay, so then we said Stern is at point blank.
You can still do you can still do half aim though, right?
Yeah, I would say that he is at point blank. I probably should have gave him a few more attacks, but to be honest, the way he was doing damage, I don't think he really would have hurt you.
I don't think you could really hurt him too much.
The most he could do is like 1 or 2 points of damage if he
Yeah.
rolled max. So I'm not going to worry too much about it. He would have got like 3 more hits, but again, I don't think it would have done much. But yes, we will say he is definitely at point blank range.
Well, I mean, if not, then I guess Achilles just takes a half step
Yeah, you could.
and let's fly with the Belasco.
So point blank is plus 30.
Oof.
And I guess that's a miss.
Yeah, you could re-roll that if you want with a fate point. That's a 72% chance to hit.
Smoke them if you got them, Rob.
I think you got tons of fate points anyway.
Yes. Do it.
Yeah, why not?
They replenish after session. That would hit.
Yep.
In 12 and pin 4. Let's see. That's in the chest, I'm pretty sure. Or arm. Either way, that will get through easily with pen. So you don't quite kill him, actually, but you do rough him up really bad with that shot. Let's see, was it 9 points of damage? 8? Yeah, 8 after. Okay. So, blast from the Belasco. Tell us how that looks.
Well, Stern sprays Achilles, and the bullets bounce off the armor. Achilles just sort of sneers in return, swings the Belasco over, and just blasts a hole through Stern's shoulder. Nice, neat little hole from the dueling pistol.
Die! Tears through his shooting shoulder. Mysterious.
So, seeing that somebody was taking shots at our Lord there, he's gonna turn and take a shot at him. Probably gonna miss.
Oh, what an attitude to have.
Yeah, point blank, dude. So aim and point
Hilarious.
blank.
It's right here.
Plus 30 for point blank. You also have the option to aim if you want.
Half turn? Yeah, I can do that.
So plus 40.
Alright, you wait, watch. I roll good on these D100s.
Mm-hmm. Everybody does. The defeat is Seneschal. No, I think
Oh my
he's pretty
God.
fucking dead there, Asterius. That would hit wherever the fuck you want.
15
Go ahead and describe this.
in the
Yeah,
head.
he's fucked.
Consider it's an infernal pistol, it don't matter where it is, totally gets engulfed in flames.
Yeah.
Kind of close my eyes and shoot, you know, and opens it back up when he's engulfed in flames, surprised and excited.
Oh, Jesus, that thing's brutal. So yeah, as the seneschal closes his eyes and fires from almost point blank range, this weapon, which is a melta weapon, just engulfs this traitorous pirate in flames. Just and he's so superheated by the fire from this that his eyeballs actually explode in the skull.
Pop, pop, pop.
And he begins to melt, kind of the puddle that was once stern kind of congeals and pools at Achilles' feet, coming off the steps.
And with that, he's gonna glance over at the Verkul. You might be next.
Vorkul was in sheer utter terror looking at that happen. Like he had been pretty stoic previously, but his eyes get wide and he's just looking at this dead body, this what was a body, what was a person just moments ago. Now meat.
Servitors.
Yeah, servitors. This one's gonna chase down the one that topped in the wires.
Pull them up from there.
So he does miss, fortunately. Tears through several cables as you see electricity and things fly out everywhere. As the servitor engages in combat with this man. And then the other one is going to do a lightning attack, which means he gets to attack 3 times. And he only really needs 1. As you hear the screams of a knife-wielding pirate as he is thrown into a computer board and torn into absolute muck by this murder servitor as blood and limbs fly everywhere. This murder servitor drenched in blood, looking around for where to go next. Darius?
No. I want to charge this guy here. Oops. Right there with my power fist. Do I have to change weapons though?
I think you'd have to holster your plasma gun.
Is that
you
like
could
a
close
hat?
with him this turn, yeah. Unless you have quick draw.
I might actually. Look,
If you can, then you can.
that'll be under my talents.
You would.
I don't see that. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, it is.
I'll just yeah. I guess I'll just close with him then.
Perfect. Go ahead and go in with the fist.
Can I still
Have
attack or
within
no?
charge range. Yeah, you can attack.
Oh,
If you had quick draw, you said.
no, I do not. That's
Oh,
what I was
no.
saying.
So you just close with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
So if I hit power fist, it doesn't give me a chance to do any modifiers or anything.
That's fine. We always
Just eyeball it. Okay,
run
cool.
after.
All right. Well, I just say that I put my weapon away, hatred in my eyes, just stomp down the steps, and like this blue light starts to appear around my right fist, and I'm staring this guy in the eyes.
All right, and Umbria.
All right. So she's gonna fire back at the one that shot her. This one, I think it was.
Do it.
All right.
I believe that was him. Yeah.
Yeah, she'll aim half action and fire.
Go ahead.
So I get what? +10?
Is that within half a weapon range?
Ooh,
I think it's
I don't
90
know.
on the bolt gun.
Is it?
Yeah, 90 meters. So yeah, he'd be in half. It'd be +20 range as well.
+20 as well, so it's +30 altogether?
No, it's +20 total. Sorry.
Okay. No worries.
Oh, that's a jam. Unless you want to re-roll it.
That's a jam. Ooh. Yeah, I'll reroll it.
Okay.
Does that
It's
fate
your-
point?
Spend another fate point.
Ugh.
It is a miss, but it's not a jam.
Well, at least.
So the bullet flies out, explodes back near the pilot as he. Wait! I surrendered! So the other guy, that's this guy right back here yelling it because the strain nearly caught him.
Yeah, she, after she fires, she looks at her gun, and it seems more like the normal, firing style of her. It's like, oh, okay.
And Mr. Khan.
Is this one? He's still fighting, correct?
Oh no, he threw his gun down. He wants nothing to do with this.
This one then.
Yes.
Okay. So the same Storm Bolter, full auto, plus 30 to hit.
Do it. You can roll it if you want.
And that,
That is. Oh my. Let's see. I don't know if there's quite that many hits. Was it? Oh, 4? That'd have been.
Well,
Wow.
the thing is, you would have to do it like you did the other guy. It's be plus. You would have to take the plus.
I did the whole thing. Yes, full auto burst, plus the so it's a plus 30 because it's within half the distance.
Yeah, what I mean is you would deduct their armor and toughness from each hit. So you would have to. I don't know if rolling it like this.
Super dead. Though.
Yeah, it probably doesn't matter, but.
Yeah, no, we do. I mean, we do apply it every one. It's fine. We can work on that later. But I think even after we're looking at it, like eyeballing it, so 9 plus 5, 14, 9 plus 5, 14. I mean, he's got no fucking shot of tanking all this, especially with 4 peg. It's going straight. The only thing it's not gonna handle is the toughness. But even after reducing toughness from each one, he's still looking at like 60 damage, probably 50 damage. He's very dead.
So basically, what's happening is, as soon as Helios kills what he thinks is the leader, he just shifts his gun a bit, and then creates one more dropping of pulp.
Yeah, it's just heavy, constant bursts of fire. As this guy just completely melts into another puddle. I'm gonna save us some time here. If Darius, if you want to roll to just flatten this guy, or Aeneas, if you guys want to take one more, you certainly can. But these guys are done. They want nothing.
No, that's fine.
Darius, if you want to go ahead and
Yes.
smash that guy,
Yes.
go for it.
Full out attack, I think.
Go ahead. He's just kind of cowering under the
That's
desk.
yeah, plus 20.
Mm-hmm.
Was gonna run down there and use my eye.
that hits. 66.
Barely in it.
Right on the button. So yeah, you describe that as
Okay.
you just smash this man.
So this guy's like whimpering down behind the computer console and, "Where you going, you sniveling little rat? There's no hiding from Lord Thorn's justice." Reaches down by his throat and picks the guy up with his left hand, and with his right just it's just like red mist just balloons in the cabin, and he throws him to the side. "Who's next?"
This explodes.
Sound effect.
I love it. This kind of explodes into the mist, flies all over, and the rest of these guys, anyone that was holding their gun, just throws their gun onto the floor and begins to hide under with their hands up.
They might not realize what is happening, but Aeneas says, "You should all return to the ship." And he begins walking down amongst them.
Oh shit.
Achilles averts his gaze.
Oh, he won't do it with Achilles within the room.
Yeah, the murder servitors were there. Come back.
Dick. Darius starts to backpedal. This isn't a retreat, mates. Quite the opposite.
I'm
And
assuming
Aeneas
we'll go back.
kind of waves all the survivors forward. To me. Bow yourselves to House Thorn. I will give you your release. Your freedom.
And all of them begin to approach and look kind of nervously at one another with their hands up. And they begin to kneel before Aeneas.
And once Achilles, he doesn't even worry about the others. Once Achilles is gone, he just tears off his headscarf.
Ooh.
And the warp is exposed. They all take 14 damage if they don't. I mean, I don't know if you want to actually roll that. But...
Oh, no, they can. That's fine. So.
Indiana Jones face melt.
Yeah,
it's pretty much what happens. So you reveal your eye to all of them, and they all look in just shock and horror as they see the pure warp energy and the warp itself within your gaze. And though some attempt to resist the energy, they're not able to, and each one quickly succumbs to it. Brains unable to handle the sheer just terror that is being forced into it as they each expire in gruesome fashion. Not only flesh, but also bone melting.
He watches. Not his normal eyes are closed, but his third eye is open, exposing the daemons and the warp in its purest form to them. As he sits in this chair as they die. And once it's over, he finally picks his headscarf up and wraps it around his forehead. It is done, my lord, he says over his Voxcaster.
He can hear the smile in Achilles' voice. Excellent. Excellent.
He stands
We walk
up.
back onto the bridge. As Darius walks back onto the bridge, he sees all the lifeless bodies there with ichor slowly expanding around them and dark crimson pool. Well done, Aeneas. Well done.
Only an execution. He turns and looks at Darius. Lord Thorn was shot.
Achilles sort of scoffs. Ah, Aeneas. I'm fine. Not a scratch on me.
Nay. Count this as my failing. I should have thrown myself into the line of fire, but the lust of battle was upon me. I was too far to the flank. From now on, Lord Thorn, I do not leave your side.
Aeneas asks, Achilles, my cousin, my lord, do you wish him punished?
looks at Darius and can see that he's sort of crestfallen. Has a stern look on his face for a moment. No, Aeneas. He puts a hand on Darius' shoulder. It was my fault as much as his. I strayed too close to the traitor. I should have paid more attention.
Nay, Achilles, your heart is too generous as always. You'll see my penance done in time. Mortification of the flesh. Nay, I'll repent in a way to make Lord Khan proud. But I'll need time. I'll need time to fashion my own punishment. I've seen worse, I've done worse. He kind of looks down at the ground, willing to fashion his own punishment. Some sort of mortification of the flesh that he'll reveal the next session.
Aeneas pushes himself off the seat with his staff and slowly walks towards Achilles. My lord, what about the tech priest? What would you have us do with her?
She's proven quite useful, don't you think, cousin?
Yes.
Well, if she wishes to stay, give her a place. If not, well, then we'll drop her off next time we make landfall.
Just looks in her direction.
She'll look at all of you. Well, I can see you are all extremely capable of accomplishing great things. As it sounds like you will have me, I find you all very, very interesting. And I would like to stay aboard your ship, Lord Thorn.
Very well then. Umbria, is it? Welcome to the Rose.
Thank you. Though I do not think I officially got any of anyone else's names besides yours.
You are now one of us. And with that, you shall know our names.
And Helios bows down again.
The name is Helios Khan. Whiteman.
Helios. I look forward to working with you, Voidsman.
The pleasure will be mine. Tech priest.
Call me Umbria.
Umbria, it shall be then.
And kind of look over everybody else.
Well, if the others don't speak up, then Achilles, well, of course,
And
my cousin.
Helios will take
The one behind me is Darius, Archmilitant and Protector of the Rose. Beside him is Asterius, the Silver-Tongued Seneschal.
It is going to be very interesting working with you all. I look forward to it.
I look forward to it as well.
I see by observing all of you and your lack of being able to get through simple doors, you do not have anyone who is competent in technical use. I will be here if you need it.
You mean
Indeed we shall. For our approach so far has been seek and destroy what stands before us. You provide us a deft touch. It adds to our repertoire of maneuvers.
What do we plan on doing with this ship?
And with that, Helios has been waiting all evening to say this, and he turns around to
Lord Admiral Thorn, what are your orders?
and there's a smile that's just ear to ear, teeth gleaming, as we now have 2 ships. Make that 3. One is disabled.
Right, I think we need to set about repairing and or towing ships to somewhere to be repaired, whatever the case may be.
We do not need to seek someone else to repair this ship. I am more than capable.
Excellent.
I shall be your shipwright, Lord Thorn, if you will have me as such.
Most welcome indeed.
And she'll bow to him deeply and looking up at him.
Right. Any closing RP? This seems like a pretty good place to call tonight.
So after some time goes by, there's a room deep in the ship. What's it? It's the Thorn's Rose.
Mm-hmm.
Deep in the bowels of the ship, and the lighting is this just kind of pulsating low crimson red light. And Darius is there, sitting upon a stool, and behind him is Helios Khan with a razor blade that's being guided across his scalp, just making crisscrossing lines of flayed flesh over his scalp. He's like, Pater Patriae, Pater Patriae, Pater Patriae, as his skin is flayed off his scalp. And he hands it to the Voidsman. Do with this as you will. Let Lord Thorn know I will not leave his side again.
Indeed, my brother. Our mistakes are ours to own, and ours to seek forgiveness by. Your act here shall not be forgotten. And in the future, if I am to fail, I wish you to be by my side, as I too seek penance.
Stands up.
Patriae.
He stands up and leaves the room, blood dribbling down his face. You can taste the salt of it.
All right. I think that will do it for tonight.
all right.
Awesome.
Awesome.